this video, we'll be recapping on 13 questions from the general group of questions in the computerized examination. This is basically a refresher for you to prepare yourself for the computerized K53 exams. Remember, with that examination, it's testing understanding, not testing knowledge as in I know something. No. It's about understanding. Understand what you're reading, understand why it's there, and you will be able to pass the test. Okay, so let's go. Question 1. When you want to change lanes and drive from one lane to the other, you must. Is it option A, only do it when it is safe to do so? Is it option B, switch on your flickers in time to show what you are going to do? Flickers is, in other words, your indicator. And then is it option C, use the mirrors of your vehicle to ensure that you know of other traffic around you? The answer is A, B and C. All the options are correct. When you want to change lanes, first step is you need to switch on your flicker in time to show that, okay, I want to change my lane. I need to move to the other side because I'm maybe going on an off-ramp, or I need to go a bit faster. The next step, which is to use your mirrors of your vehicle to ensure that you know of other traffic around. Observation quite a couple of times before you can move into the lane that you want to change into. So that's basically how it works, and you only do it when it is safe to do so. That's when you can move. You don't just indicate and immediately you're moving. No, that's not right. Okay, and it's explained. I hope you understand. Question 2. You may, is it A, drive your vehicle on the sidewalk at night? Is it B, reverse your vehicle only if it is safe to do so? Or is it C, leave the engine of your vehicle idling when you put petrol in it? Well, it's a nice image there with a car and a petrol pump pumping in petrol. We don't know if it's petrol or if it's an electric car, but the correct answer there on question 2 is B, reverse your vehicle only if it is safe to do so. The other two options are not correct. You can't drive your vehicle on the sidewalk at night. You might find drunk people walking, and yeah, they won't see you obviously, so so you can't drive on the sidewalk. Okay, and then option C, leave the engine of your vehicle idling when you put in petrol. No, that's not safe because it can spark a fire. So that's why we do not leave our engines idling when we are filling in petrol. Okay, that's question 2. Let's go to question 3. When are you allowed to drive on the shoulder of a road? We've got 4 options there. Option A, anytime if you want to let another vehicle pass you. Option B, in daytime when you want to allow another vehicle pass you and it's safe. Option C, when on a freeway with 4 lanes in both directions, you want to drive slower than 120 kilometers an hour. Is it option D, when you have a flat tire and you want to park there to change it? Okay, so for question 3, the correct answer is B and D. In daytime when you want to allow another vehicle to pass you and it is safe to do so, and D, when you have a flat tire and you want to park there to change it. So shoulder of the road can be the yellow lane, so that's basically that. However, you don't drive on the yellow lane in urban areas. No, mostly on outback areas, then you can drive on the yellow lane to let somebody else pass you. But in urban areas, no, because our speed limit is generally 60, 70 and 80, so no need for that. But that's the answer, B and D. And the other two answers are not correct. Anytime if you want to let another vehicle pass you, no, not anytime, only when it is safe to do so. So we always got to be careful of the wording that they use. Okay, so option C, with when on a freeway with 4 lanes in both directions, you want to drive slower than 120 kilometers. No, you still don't drive on the shoulder of the road in the freeway unless it's an emergency and you need to stop your car there. Then you can. But other than that, you do not drive on the shoulder of the road. You've got 4 lanes, drive in that 4 lanes and stick to the speed limit. Do not drive 60 on the freeway. No, you cannot drive 60 on the freeway unless you're directed to do so by a traffic officer, or there is traffic on the highway and you need to decrease your speed. Then you can drive 60. However, if there's nobody in front of you, do not drive 60. Stick to 80. Truckers are even driving 80 there. So you don't want to be a problem on the highway. So let's keep that in mind. Okay, that's question 3. Let's go to question 4. Question 4, when do you have the right of way? In the image, when we look at it, it's a vehicle approaching a circle. We see the sign of a circle showing us, and then we've got the options there. Option A, when you are within a traffic circle. Option B, when you have stopped first at a 4-way stop. Looks like there's a typing error there. Option C, when you want to turn right at an intersection in a 2-way road. Okay, so the correct answer here is option A. That's the correct answer. When you're in a traffic circle, you have the right of way. So basically how a circle works is that the first one that gets in the circle has the right of way to go wherever they are going. as long as it is safe to do so. That statement remains, as long as it is safe to do so. So if there's somebody else in a circle and they're on the opposite side of the circle and there is enough space for you to get into the circle as well, you do have the right to go in. However, you will only do it when it is safe to do so. That statement remains, when it is safe to do so. Okay, so the correct answer on question 4, I'll repeat that again, that will be A. When you are within a traffic circle, you have the right of way. Okay, let's go to question 5. You may cross or enter a public road, ... The options we've got: option A, if the road is clear of traffic for a short distance; option B, if the road is clear of traffic for a long distance and it can be done without obstructing traffic; option C, in any manner as long as you use your flickers in time. Oh, okay, that's a sketchy one there, but let's see. Question 5, what is the correct answer? That's B. If the road is clear of traffic for a long distance and it can be done without obstructing traffic. Very, very good answer. Many people, they join a public road without making sure that the road has enough space for them to increase their speed and go with the flow of traffic. So basically they just jump in, and somebody was coming quick, very close towards them, and suddenly that person has to brake hard because they're now obstructing traffic. So that is wrong. You need to make sure there is enough space between you and the car that's coming in that public road before you can join the public road. So remember, that statement remains, only when it is safe to do so. Very important statement. Okay, so question 5, correct answer is B. If the road is clear of traffic for a long distance and it can be done without obstructing traffic. Okay, let's go. Question 6. Question 6. When are you allowed to drive your vehicle on the right hand side of a road with traffic in both directions? Imagine this. Traffic in both directions, oncoming traffic and going traffic. Okay, before we continue, if you've not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It's a way of saying thank you. So yeah, super grateful for your subscription, and thanks to the team as well for helping to push through this video after such a long gap. So please subscribe, motivate us to keep creating content and explain these questions better, so that when you step into that exam, you've got an idea of what's happening and you can pass it first time. All right, question 6, let's get back. Question 6, okay, let's repeat that again. When are you allowed to drive your vehicle on the right hand side of a road with traffic in both directions? Here we've got an image of a traffic officer. Let's use that as our guide. When you switch the emergency lights of your vehicle on? No, that's not the correct answer. Emergency lights, that refers to traffic police or policemen or ambulance. They can do that, and then they can go through traffic and drive in the wrong direction, right? Option B, when a traffic officer shows you to do so, or option C, under no circumstances should you do that. All right, so option B is the correct answer for question 6. So B is the correct answer. When a traffic officer shows you to do so, that's only when you can drive on the wrong side of the road. Okay, all right, let's go. Next one, question 7. Question 7, the last action that you must take before moving to another lane is what? We're coming back on lane changing again. Very, very important topic or wording that needs to revolve around in your mind about lane changing. It's very important when you start driving on the highway that you always have to do your last and final check before changing lanes. Why? Because there might be another car within your blind spot, not knowing that you are also changing lanes to that lane that they're moving into, and you will have a side collision. So that's why blind spot checking is super important. Observation is important. At driving school, you will hear about observation a lot of times. That's very important. If you do not do observation, you are losing 5 points every time you miss doing observation. So always remember, observation is your lifesaver on driving. Okay, so question 7, the correct answer is B. Check the blind spot. Do not enter that lane or make that turn before checking the blind spot. Always remember that. Blind spot, number 1 rule. Okay, question 8. Let's go to question 8. The furthest that your vehicle's dim light may shine in front of you is it A, 45 meters, B, 100 meters, C, 150 meters? Okay, my thing is this: I've never come across a vehicle that shines 150 meters ahead. Possibly the Chinese vehicles with the LED lights, or maybe it's one of those new Toyotas with the 150 meters LED lights that brights everyone while driving. There's many drivers out there that don't know how to use their headlights, so it's great that some of these cars have automatic headlights. They can adjust when another vehicle is coming up front so that it doesn't blind them. Okay, so back to question 8. The furthest that your vehicle's dim light, that's the key, dim light, may shine in front of you is A, 45 meters. It's your dim, it's not your bright. It's your dim. Your bright is 100 meters, or 150 meters for those fancy cars, okay? But general is 100 meters, your dim is 45 meters. Okay, let's go. Question number 9. If you see that someone wants to overtake you, you must, okay, this is very important. If you see somebody wants to overtake you, especially the newbie drivers. I also experienced this a couple of years ago, possibly, how many years ago? Since 2017. I've been driving since 2017. I've had all licenses now, so that's code, is it code 1 or code 8? Motorcycle, then code 8, and then I jumped to code 14. Of course, I can drive code 10 as well. So let's go. When you see somebody wants to overtake you, what must you do? Number 1, is it option A, not drive faster? Is it option B, maintain your speed? Or is it C, keep to the right? Keep to the right. That sounds a bit weird or very wrong. Yeah, very wrong. Keep to the right. I don't know about that. But yeah, question 9, the correct answer is A and B. So you need to not drive faster. Please, when somebody wants to overtake you, you do not drive faster, you stick to your speed that you're currently running. Why? Because they need to drive faster than the speed that you are driving so they can overtake you. I hope that makes sense. Okay, but if you are too fast, let's say you are maybe 120 or something, I'm not saying you should brake. No, you should just keep to that constant speed. In other words, the option B that you've been given, they maintain your speed, stick to that speed, and if the person wants to overtake you, they can drive faster than 120. One issue with that is that they'll be in trouble. Why? Because they're driving over the speed limit. General speed limits on highways in South Africa is 120 kilometers per hour. You drive more than that, you're killer. Speed kills in everything. So let's remember that. Okay, question 9, correct answer is A and B. So with my videos, the whole idea is understanding. We are teaching understanding. Why do we do things on the road? So that the person can understand, and by understanding you get to answer questions more logically because you understand things. Okay, let's go. Question number 10, the legal speed limit which you may drive. Okay, we spoke about this before in the previous question. Okay, is it option A, is always 120 kilometers an hour outside an urban area? Is it option B, can be determined by yourself if you look at the number of lanes the road has? Oh my word, shocking stuff. Okay, option C is shown to you by the signs next to the road. Okay, it's definitely not option B. Your lanes do not tell you how fast you must drive. No, your lanes do not tell you that. Okay, the correct answer is C. Question 10, correct answer C. The speed is shown to you by the signs next to the road. As per the image, that road you drive 120 kilometers an hour as your limit. You can drive slower than that, but not as slow as 60 or 20 or something. No, at least be within a good speed range, but not 120 kilometers an hour. And normally when you join a road or a lane, you will notice everyone will have a speed range that they're sticking into, and the flow is good on the road. So you also stick to that speed and the flow is good. Of course, when it is safe to do so and you are comfortable to do that. If you're not comfortable or your vehicle cannot do that, stay within the speed that your vehicle can handle, but your minimum is 60, very dangerously 60. Highly not recommended, because you want to keep with the flow of traffic and not become an obstruction on the road. Okay, let's go. Question 11. You may, is it option A, leave your vehicle's engine running without supervision? Option B, allow someone to ride on the bumper of your vehicle? Option C, put your arm out of the window only to give legal hand signals? Okay, so question 11 is a very interesting one. They're playing with our minds here. The correct answer here is C. Why is it not B? You can't allow somebody to ride on the bumper of your vehicle. That's very dangerous. If they fall, they'll get hurt. It's very dangerous. And option A, you cannot leave your vehicle's engine running without supervision. That is a given. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. Why? Somebody can suddenly just get in and there they drive off, or a child might even get in and do something that makes the vehicle move, and then you've got a problem. Another thing is it may cause a fire depending on the area where it is. You've got no visual of what's happening with the vehicle. The vehicle might catch a light depending on the environment that it is. Okay, so the correct answer here is C. Put your arm out of the window only to give legal hand signals, as in, okay, slow down or stop, or I'm turning right, or I'm turning left. That's basically what you can do. Okay, that's question 11. Let's go to question 12. You are not allowed to stop ... Okay, option A, on the pavement. Option B, with the front of your vehicle facing oncoming traffic. Or is it option C, next to any obstruction in the road? Okay, so question 12, the correct answer here is B. You are not allowed to stop with the front of your vehicle facing oncoming traffic. That is not allowed. And there's multiple reasons why that's not allowed. That's maybe something that you can do digging on yourself. Let's hear your thoughts on question 11. If you know the reason why, drop it in the comments. Let's have a chat about it. Okay, let's go to the last question. Question 30. At an intersection, is it option A? Vehicles have the right of way over pedestrians. Really? I don't know. Interesting. Is it B? You must yield to oncoming traffic if you want to turn right. Okay. Is it C? You can use a stop sign as a yield sign if there is no other traffic. Okay, so the correct answer here on question 13 is B. You must yield to oncoming traffic if you want to turn right. Why is it not A, that vehicles have the right of way over pedestrians? No. A vehicle is a machine. It can kill pedestrians. Pedestrians have right of way. When somebody jumps in front of you while you're driving, you press your brakes to stop before hitting the person. Okay, so that's basically the process there. Is it C? No, it's not C. You can use a stop sign as a yield sign if there is no other traffic. No. Stop sign is a stop sign. You stop, come to a stop and check, and then move. Okay, that's basically why there's a stop sign. It's not to be substituted as a yield sign. Well, unless it's in a very dangerous location, then of course you can just slow down, late at night, slow down, left and right, and then go. But other than that, especially in the case where you are doing your driving test, every rule counts. You stop at the stop sign and you make sure that you do what you need to do and then move on. Alright, that's basically all the questions for today. I hope it was helpful and you learned something from these questions. If you learned something, drop a comment, let us know that we're doing good, and we'll continue making more videos to help and get everyone to understand things better when it comes to the K53 exam that you will be doing on the computer systems that has been set up now. So just to recap, we touched on 13 questions, and these questions are general questions that may come in the computerized K53 learners examination. Thank you so much for coming to the end of the video. We just want to keep it short and sweet, and we'll be doing short and sweet videos like this so that you can just watch it for 15 minutes or so and see what you learn. So thank you very much. If you've not hit the subscribe, hit that button. We appreciate that, man, and share it with somebody else. Cheers.